Emergency Task Force officers marched through this apartment complex during an early morning raid near Dixon and Islington in connection with the murder of 22-year-old Malcolm Marfo. When all was said and done, 6 people were taken away and charged with first-degree murder.
They are identified as Liban Hussein, Muhammad Omar, Saeed Haji, Shamarki Farah, and Ali Muhammad Issi. There's also one young person that was apprehended as a result of this.
All of the suspects are alleged members of the Dixon City Bloods, the same gang that was the target of Project Traveler back in 2013.
People are arresting wrong people.
Why Marfo was killed in this Islington and Dixon Road apartment last month may have been a case of mistaken identity. What police do know is that Marfo's murder is connected to the shooting of Ahmed Syed, which took place in this same apartment building just hours before. In fact, police had just wrapped up their investigation here in the Syed shooting when Marfo was killed.
The individual died that day had nothing at all to do with the events that occurred earlier in that building.
Syed survived the shooting but was arrested days later in connection with a January home invasion. He is also the reported brother of the man who alleges he was extorted by Sandro Lisi in the infamous crack tape scandal involving former Mayor Rob Ford. As for the Marfo investigation, police have a warrant out for the arrest of one outstanding suspect, Hanan Farah of Toronto.
The police will vigorously investigate and charge people involved in the crime or people who are supporting those crimes.
They're urging residents in the Dixon Road area to come forward with any information.
Your information is extremely valuable to us, and we will do everything in our power to ensure your safety and your security.
Marianne Demain, Global News.
An early morning raid targeted one of the city's most notorious gangs.
Police searched 3 Etobicoke apartment buildings looking for suspects wanted in the shooting death of an innocent man on St. Patrick's Day.
It is alleged that they are all members of the Dixon Road Bloods and their associates.
Heavily armed tactical units stormed 3 buildings on Dixon Road near Kipling. They arrested 6 people. One is under 18 and cannot be identified. All have been charged with first-degree murder.
Now, the suspects all appeared in Finch Avenue Courthouse today. Trevor Dunn joins us live now. Trevor, police are still looking for one man?
That's right. A 21-year-old suspect is still at large. Police say he lives in one of those Dixon towers that were raided early this morning, but he wasn't home when police arrived. And police say, like all the other 6 suspects who were arrested, this man is also a member of the Dixon Road or Dixon City Bloods street gang. Now, all 6 accused in the court appeared in the court behind me earlier this afternoon. They were all remanded in custody until a later date. They'll remain in custody until then, where they'll get a possible bail hearing. They're all charged with first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Now, police allege that these 7 suspects were all at 2063 Islington Avenue on March 17th. Around 8 p.m., 22-year-old Malcolm Marfo was fatally shot. Earlier that day, there was another shooting in that same complex around 3 in the afternoon. Now, police believe the 7 accused were there at the complex retaliating to that first shooting. But they said again today, as they did after the shootings happened, that Malcolm Marfo was actually an innocent man. Here's police.
If it's proven in court that the motivation was out of retaliation, I would suggest to you that the individual died that day had nothing at all to do with the events that occurred earlier in that building.
Now, police say that 21-year-old suspect that's still on the loose, they're urging him to seek out a lawyer and turn himself in as soon as possible.
All right, Trevor, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
The murder of a young Toronto man may have been a case of mistaken identity. Austin Delaney is working on this story. Austin, 6 alleged gang members appeared at the Finch Avenue Courthouse accused in this case. One of them is just 17 years old.
All 6, baby-faced, showed no emotion in the docket today as they face the very serious charge of first-degree murder, a life sentence if convicted. March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, 3:15 in the afternoon. And 21-year-old Ahmed Syed was shot. 5 hours later, at the same building, 22-year-old Malcolm Marfo was also shot. He died. Syed survived. 16 days later, police made this announcement.
Investigators have arrested 6 individuals in relation to the murder of Malcolm Marfo. It is alleged that they are all members of the Dixon Road Bloods and their associates.
The same gang police dismantled in 2013 during Project Traveler, targeting the same Dixon apartment buildings, an investigation that eventually led police to probe then-Mayor Rob Ford and the infamous crack video. Ahmed Syed, the initial victim in this investigation, is reportedly the brother of Liban Syed. The man Ford's friend Sandra Lisi is alleged to have threatened while attempting to secure the crack video. But police say these Dixon Bloods are a new breed of the same old gang.
At times we have people that want to step up and fill a void. That's what I think is going on here, in my opinion.
Charged with the first-degree murder of Malcolm Marfo are 20-year-old Liban Hussein, 26-year-old Mohammed Omar, 20-year-old Saeed Haji, 18-year-old Shamarki Farah, 21-year-old Ali Isi, and a 17-year-old. All six, looking younger than their ages, appeared calm in court today and were remanded in custody.
If you looked at facts that there was a shooting and then there was another shooting that flows from that. But what I can say to you, if it's proven in court that the motivation was out of retaliation, I would suggest to you that the individual died that day had nothing at all to do with the events that occurred earlier in that building.
Investigators say Marfo's murder could have been a case of mistaken identity, wrong place at the wrong time. Police are still searching for 21-year-old Hanad Farah on a charge of first-degree murder. And Farah is being urged to get a lawyer and turn himself in. And this warning from police tonight, anyone helping him will face charges as well. Live from the courts, I'm Austin Delaney.
Thank you, Austin.